Hello chat, I know this is very just out of the blue. But I got some random motivation to do some art, and I was like, why not live? So, random stream, yay. Yeah. So, you know, I'll just... I don't know what I'm gonna do. What kind of art. I might just start with some random sketching and then just see where I end up. Right? How do you guys feel about that? And don't feel forced to join me in my art. It's just you do whatever you feel like. Maybe you have something you need to do, cleaning or something I can be on in the background. Or maybe you want to do art too. Let's see. Right. I was scared it wasn't gonna be correct, cause if you're unlucky, let's see. Trying to make sure. Yeah, that's water. This is what I get if you redeem a slurp. I get water. Ignore this. This is just hold on, can I? Oh, I can let there be light. Let's put on some softer light. Just gotta move this a little bit further away. Oh, maybe not knock down my monitor while I'm at it. Ignore that my hands look like they do. They're just, I don't think my blood flow is perfect. Water. My friend got food poisoning from drinking old water. Oh no. On the first day of the universe, moon set, let there be light. No. Oh, by the way, I can show you guys. I have a pen that I got in South Africa. Because I was in South Africa back in 2016. And I got a pen. Could have gotten a lot of cool stuff. But yeah, I got a pen. It's got fluffy feathers. I just need to... No, I didn't mean to change the light. There. It's so hard because I don't want to... Don't want to like... But that's just me trying to draw hands, don't worry about it. Floofy. Wow, that's so cool, right? That's just me trying to draw a hand. The proportions are kind of off. I'm sorry. The light quality is so bad. It's so hard for you to see anything. Guess it has trouble focusing. I don't know what to draw. If you ever just don't know what to draw, just start with random shapes, and maybe if you're lucky, something will come out of them. Like now I'm just drawing random shapes, and if I'm lucky, turns into something. So sorry. It's so hard for you guys to see. I'm drawing flowers right now. I don't know what kind of plant I'm making, but it's got spikes. Huh. How was your guys' Christmas if you celebrate it? Sorry, I'm being so quiet. It's a problem I have that if I do that, then I focus, and if I focus, I go quiet. So, yeah. Let's see. Let's just do a few lines. Then let's connect those lines with pointy points. And if we're lucky, and maybe I want to do a little circle in here. It doesn't need to be a perfect circle. And maybe even some lines out from here. You can't see a thing because you can't focus on what I'm doing, right? But I don't know. Let's see. Me and my dad was home on Christmas. Was going to my grandparents originally and met some cousins and other family. But my brain couldn't handle it, so home relaxing. How was my Christmas? It was pretty good. It was like any other Christmas. We have had some good food and opened some gifts and watched Donald Duck Christmas. Hey, what? No. Sorry, I just don't know what happened. My computer just decided to pull up something random. It's fine. Then when I got these little shapes, it kind of looks like a flower, doesn't it? And I can even add smaller little shapes to be smaller little leaves. Maybe I want to color this in and then maybe we just need some leaves. Some giant leaves. Leaf. Looks more like a feather than a leaf, but I promise you, with imagination, it's a leaf. And that's your biggest tool as an artist. I mean, it could be a feather. Maybe these are small flowers and a big feather from a big bird. Did someone say the classic line, you know, and the paint appeared? Nah, because it was just me and me and my brother and my grandma watching. My dad and my mom, they were still putting away food and stuff, so. But they came back later. But no one said that. I mean, my brother did it jokingly because it's a meme at this point that someone always says wants checkered paint. You know, it would be handy. It is true. You see, sometimes you draw something and it just turns into something else. But maybe it's okay. Maybe it's allowed to be a little feather instead of a leaf. Who said painting had to make sense? I didn't, that's for sure. Should really have one of those, yeah. I do have a pencil that draws rainbows. Can see if I can find it. Like, it draws multiple colors. Let's say this is a rainbow feather. You see, it has these it has different colors in the tip, red, blue, and yellow, which, you know, they together make rainbow. I love the gay pen. You love the gay pen, huh? But you can sometimes kind of control which color you paint, because the tip, you can kind of choose which part of the tip you use. So if I want more red and I see that a part of the pen tip is redder, I can have the red more out, and it will. Well, now there's mostly blue out, so it's gonna be a lot of blue in this. Blue and yellow here, but it's kind of fun with a pen that changes color, because it does a little whatever it wants. You know? It's very hard for you guys to see because it's down here, but maybe this. No, it doesn't look as colorful for you guys. It's too bad. My parents brought me a huge pen when I was in Italy. It was half my height, and it worked surprisingly well. Sadly, I don't have it anymore. Oh, that looks good though. Thank you. Or maybe I should thank the pen. Or do you mean the shapes? The colors, you thank the pen. The pen decided the colors. But but now you know I have that. But there you see, you can start out with something and it just turns into something else. This is meant to be a leaf and it turned out to become a feather. But that's okay, it's allowed to be a feather. Just like a few zigzag lines and just a few shapes, I don't know. This looks kind of like a wing. I'm not good at drawing wings, so it's fine. It's allowed to be a bad wing. Like so. And just go there and wing. So I don't know what this wing is attached to, but let's just give it something. That's a bit too aggressive. It's fine. Just soften it down a little, or I do. Soften it down a little. And it's allowed to look wonky. 'Cause, well, I'm not aiming for perfect. I'm just aiming for fun. I've noticed that if you try to aim for perfect, it kind of loses a lot of the fun. What are you drawing? A little bit of whatever I feel like. You know, you don't have to have a special plan. You know, this was supposed to be a leaf. It looks more like a feather. And then I just drew some random shapes, and now I'm turning it into a wing. Because to me, it kind of looked like a wing. A masterpiece. Thank you, Luck Dude. That's very nice of you to say. So, I'm just drawing whatever I feel like. It's a very good way to just get out of art block. If you don't know what to draw, just close your eyes and make a blob, and maybe this blob turns out to look a little bit like, I don't know, a mouse. And then when you figured out that it kind of looks like a mouse, you try to make it look more like a mouse. And if that doesn't work, well, then you have a wonky mouse. See? Like so, and maybe a little eye, maybe a little mouth. That doesn't look good, but you know, maybe it's a magical fantasy mouse that looks different from normal ones, you know? I make it look so easy, but I've had progress. I've had chance to work on it, you know, I've practiced, not progress. My Swedish brain still struggles with words sometimes. I do have other kinds of pens, but I feel like using pencils in this thing. Just let's go for a blue up here. And I just took a random bunch of pencils from my drawer. I didn't look at what color they were, and then I just make it work. I just see if any of the colors look fun together, and if I haven't, and sometimes that's a good way to start as well. If you don't know what to draw, just pick a few colors, and then when you have your colors, figure out what could the colors be used for, and draw something specifically for the colors instead of starting off from scratch. I'm going into like art teacher mode. Of course, you draw however you want. If you want to draw abstract, that's fine by me. You know, it's really just draw what you feel like. And then I think we add a layer of purple underneath to to look nice together with the blue. Then I just make it a little bit spiky, because that makes it feel more like feathers and not just a mess. It's just spikes. And then let's add some pink here on the down ones. The pink and the purple, they look pretty similar, so they will look nice together. And just gives us more freedom, and maybe let's add some pink spikes down here as well, just to make it feel more like one consecutive wing. And if you feel like you got two added lines, just erase, or just feeling. I've done art without erasing a single time and just seeing where it leads me. So every mistake I have to turn into something. And it's very fun, according to me. I need to make some art decoration for my Geometry Dash level. I don't know art, so I'll see how it goes. you know, a lot of people, they have this clear picture in their head of what they want, and then it doesn't look like that on paper, and they deem themselves bad at art. But it's never gonna look exactly like in your head. And that's why I enjoy this kind of art, where you just go for it, because then you don't have a picture in your head of what it's gonna look like in the beginning. So you can see everything with a bit of a clearer mind, because you look at everything for what it is, not what it isn't, you know? Here's a little bit of close-up on my wing. For you. That's wise words, thank you. With the flip, that's so good. When I actually want to draw wings, I never succeed. But would you look at that? When I just draw freely, it happens. Because what people, and that's also something, if people look at something and they want to like draw that thing, they already have like a vision in their head on how it looks. So they draw what a mug should look like, not that specific mug. So a way to draw something could also be to look at it and draw like where it's not. It's a very hard to explain. But for example, I just had this laying around. If you want to draw this, it's easy for you to just try to draw that shape. So you go like, yeah, that. Well, that would be this, 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 maybe this. And it doesn't really look like a thing, but it kind of looks like a thing. If I instead try to look, okay, if I instead try to draw the tail, like where it isn't, instead of trying to draw it, I draw like when you draw something, you often you draw around it if you have it on the paper. So when it's not on the paper, you should still try to draw around it. Sorry, sorry if I'm just confusing you even more with these words. Then let's take these brownish colors. They would probably look a little bit better on my little rat dude. So let's just. Oh no, the tip broke. That happens sometimes. That's just fine. No, it's fun to hear you talk. I'm just saying that, like, you're not. It's. Some people have extraordinary skill, and it's so easy to just compare yourself with those people and then deem your art insignificant and not good enough because it's not super realistic or it's in the style you like. But I mean, find your own style instead of trying to copy someone else's. And this is also a great way to find your own style, because, well, you don't have any reference. You don't have anything to mimic. So all you really have is your own way of drawing. So it will be closer to your own style. Maybe. I talk about this like I'm a pro. I'm really not a pro. I'm just a hobbyist. Especially since it's something you're passionate about. Yeah, I mean, I really loved to listen to people talk about what they're passionate about too. And then we can reuse this pink over here. Oh, you can't even see them. They're over here. Let's reuse the pink for the ear. To add a pop of color. and it looks very, very bright. Very bright. But if I add a bit of purple, yeah, well, it doesn't become fully purple, but it gets a bit toned down. I can even use a bit of the blue to maybe give an edge. I could even, let's give it some blue eye as well. Just shadow. Just playing around with colors. Let's see what the blue does if I add it here. Will it look super funky? I put like no pressure right now. Oh, it looks. See, not everything has to look perfect. This is a wonky rat, but we love it anyways. Okay, you can't even see it. Let's see. There my wonky rat is. So yeah, comparison can be devastating. For example, a guy tried to beat a Geometry Dash level for 2 years. After he beat it, another guy beats it after playing just 5 hours. It can make you feel really bad about yourself and make you start comparing yourself to others. Now, put the hat on your head and start cooking. What do you mean? What do you mean, put the hat on your head and start cooking? Oh, put a hat on the rat. Let's see, what kind of hat we could put. It's hard to put a high hat on the rat now when I've colored the ear, but maybe he does have a top hat, but his ear is in front of it. So we give this little dude, a top hat. Because I felt like giving him a top hat. Right? And then let's draw some here and this. Like this. Some simple shadow on the top hat. I didn't mean to do a shadow and then it just kinda happened. You can't even see it from over here. Becomes ratatouille. Every good chef secretly hides rats in their heads. Oh. But let's make the top hat blue. 'Cause why not? Why not? And if it doesn't look good, well, then I learned it doesn't look good. But I have a feeling it will look good. And then let's just make a very obvious line here. The top hat a little. Guess so. See, he got a top hat now. It's hard to show you guys because he's too far. Let's show you this way. Then I can show you. Little blue hat guy. I'm astonished, really. Oh, that's very sweet of you to say. But you see, we made this weird stuff. We gotta turn this little thing into something. Maybe... Maybe if I do this... And I do this... maybe then. This is just... Oh, oh, oh. This happened. Well. This looks really ugly, but not everything has to look pretty. I do also have a coloring book if I feel like just coloring instead of drawing from scratch. If I just want to play around with colors, because I love playing around with the colors. Let's pick a new batch of colors to work with. Let's work with these colors. Let's just take okay. That's an interesting combo. My first thought of this is fruits. My first thought is probably an orange. Like so. It looks more like a pear than an orange, probably because the orange just doesn't really have these long. That's more orangey, and then maybe a few dots. Maybe. What color is an orange? My orange is gonna be this color. But in art, it could have any color. You could make a rainbow sprinkles orange if you felt like it. And then I'm thinking a lemon for the yellow, which is a lot like an orange, but I have no lemon to go off of here, so I have to just go off memory. That's why the fruits will look a little wonky and not really look like what they are. But that's okay. The orange is allowed to look weird. And so is the lemon. And so are the grapes. Because the purple, to me, felt like grapes this time. And why not just do a bunch of little circles? And then just draw some twigs to them. Don't remember how grapes look, but this feels like a good silly little grape. And I feel like a grape has some sharp little like this. I don't know why. I just felt like giving it a sharp little like that. And then when I have my fruits, when life gives you lemons, draw more. No lemonade here. I could draw lemonade. I could draw a glass of lemonade. And then it's really hard for you guys to see color because the camera doesn't pick up color very well. The pencil. The pencil. The pencil. What if I just do this? Screw you, pencil. It was a very bad yellow anyway. I can't even see the yellow that well. How are you gonna be? The pencil hath perished. Just the tip. That's unironically how I used it to do it in 2nd grade. Yeah, well, it was fun. And art is supposed to be fun. Or maybe, if you're doing a sad art piece, maybe it helps to be sad. But I'm doing art for fun today. Man. Maybe I should do a video compilation of Moon's wise and very unwise words, because I feel like I've said a few wise things. I've also said a few very not wise things. I almost looked so close you could see my face to look at this lemon. Doesn't have a lot of color. Oh yes, video compilation. I just don't know what kind of video editing tool is good to use if you want to make a YouTube video. Because you can't really use CapCut for YouTube videos. You know? I think I'm gonna get a better yellow. You see, I'm still gonna use yellow, but it will just be a yellow that hasn't given up on me. That wasn't yellow. I'm looking for the yellow. I guess we're going for the IKEA yellow. Oh, DaVinci Resolve. Is it hard to use DaVinci Resolve? No, I just want to have a pretty light yellow color over the entire thing, and then I can go for some stronger yellow down here to get the illusion of there being shadow. Like this. I've had experience using DaVinci for editing. It's great. I tried Premiere, but it wasn't as intuitive and felt weird. Alright. You know what you can do if you want to add shadows? This is gonna seem crazy. Purple? With the yellow? Has she lost it? They're complementary colors, which means that they're opposites of each other. So they seem like they would never go together. But when you want to make the illusion a shadow, it's actually pretty nifty, because they will kind of neutralize. Still looks a little weird, and that's because it's not really blending. But that's okay. Let's lemon over here. Somewhat hard, but still one of the easiest to learn. Okay. I love color theory, shadowing, highlighting, and that kind of stuff. Feels like magic to me. Maybe that's the kind of magic Moon Magic is. I don't know. I like playing around with color too. I love playing around with coloring books as a child. Often drawing weird stuff. Like, once I had like this princess book, and when I drew, I often did that as a child. When I drew that, I made a story for the character I'm drawing. So I made a character, and her story in the storybook, in my opinion, like in the coloring book, her story was that she was being turned to gold. So I colored her as she turned gold. And like probably did like, and then she got red eyes because she got full of vengeance because she got turned to gold, and then now she's an evil statue. Like that kind of stuff. I that's my kind of fantasies as a child. That's who I was. And let's add some yellow here. I know it's an orange, but let's add some yellow anyways. 'Cause why not? Let's hope this one doesn't decide to not have a tip anymore. This pencil, I mean. I've noticed how my way of doing art has changed since I got a drawing tablet. Or not really. It's not a tablet that I can actually see the art on, but I can see the art on the computer. So, guess it's a drawing tablet. Is that it's harder to rotate that. It's harder to rotate that. So I've instead starting to rotate my wrist more and more. Because when I was younger, whenever I wanted to draw, I just rotate the piece of paper. But now I feel like I'm more and more just rotating my wrist instead of the paper. Because if I rotate the drawing pad, it doesn't rotate the canvas in many digital art. So I'm trying to get myself back into that because I don't think it's good for my wrist to rotate it that much, you know? Better to just do this. I'm gonna show you a little bit closer in a minute, in case you're interested to see how it's actually, if the colors will be picked up better. I don't know. I have a hard time deciding where the light is. I can light stuff. I can like add lighting to stuff, but I cannot make it so that everything has the same lighting. I can just make it so it has some kind of lighting. Which is, you know, something. It looks more like an apple than an orange. Let's just use this purple for some shadows again. Blends very nicely, actually. These kinds of small doodles, they improve your art skill without tiring you out, because working on the same piece can be dreadful. It can be like you really get tired of that piece of art after a while, and then you go into an art block and you'll just have a whole bunch of unfinished projects. In this way, I'm only going to do a close-up so you can see a little better. This way, you don't get bored as easily. The grapes are interesting, that's the odd thing. And even just using the same pencil, if I were to use only the purple here, it would still be possible to add depth, because how many times you draw at the same area, or how much pressure you put on the pencil can determine how much pigmentation to get those places. So that way you can determine which grapes should be in the background, which grapes should be in the front, just by adding and releasing pressure. So I wanted this one to be a little darker. Maybe this one too darker, and this one's maybe a little darker. This one's one of the lighter ones, but it still needs some dark, and this one is interesting. Let's just add some random amounts of dark and light to these and see if they feel real. Though they won't feel really real because I'm not going for realistic here. I'm just going for how it feels, not how it actually looks. This looks so good. What? Thank you. There's a close-up on this grape specifically. Here's the orange. And here's... Let's see if we can show the lemon. Yeah, here's the lemon specifically. Are you enjoying this streams, chat? Are you enjoying watching me draw random stuff? Yes, it's a great stream. Are you learning anything? But you see, that's a fun way. If you start with just having the color. What? Did the stream turn black for a second? Think you're learning things subconsciously. Because I took these three pencils were the only ones. I mean, I didn't use this one because it decided to have no tip, but okay, so these three pencils together created this. I mean, I did use this a little bit for the lines, for like making something to draw within, but I didn't use multiple shades of yellow or multiple shades of orange or anything. Just pressure. More and less pressure. I'm gonna make myself a little bigger to make it more interesting for it. I mean, I fit better down here. This, right? Let's float. Floating is more fun. I didn't see anything black. Okay, then it was probably my screen deciding to be weird. Man. Do you enjoy this? Just drawing on paper like this? So what have I drawn this far? Oh. Looks like my hand and the random dude got a little bit of color now because of my wing. So this stream, it took me like 45 minutes to draw this and this. As long as you're having fun, it's great to watch. I could do some just colorization of coloring book as well with my Sharpies. But it was kind of fun to just draw random stuff by choosing colors. Gonna pick a few new colors and then let's see where it goes. I'm looking at the screen and not looking at what I'm getting. Blue, maybe blue and gray. It's just normal pencil. So I guess let's go in blue and gray. Let's make a wave. A wave doesn't look good in I can't make a wave that looks good in like frozen position like this. So I need practice. So I'm practicing now. Cause this is blue, right? Yeah, it is blue. It's a blue. I made an animation meme in school before we went on winter break as well. Because we got make an animation meme as our actual assignment. And I had not seen a lot of animation memes in a long time. So it was really confusing to me to like try and figure out what kind of meme to make. I just made it some jumping fantasy creatures and that's what I ended up just making. It's okay for the wave to look weird. It's okay, the wave doesn't need to be perfect. I like this kind of rough vibe that this one has. It's like I'm being a little lazy with it because I have two shades of blue to work with and they're basically the same. This one is a little bit of a darker blue, a little bit of a more sea blue. So it makes more sense to use where the sea is dark. So use it down here and maybe as a shadow kinda for the wave that I didn't want to make that dark blue. Just do this, I feel like. And then let's do this bluer blue here. The entire wave until the end, where we want it to look kind of white, because it's very bubbly, full of life. Like I said, I'm not really sure what I'm doing. Just know that whatever I'm doing might be looking good and might be looking bad. Okay, that was a mistake. That didn't look... It's not supposed to be that sharp. It should be more fluffy. That's a bit too fluffy instead. Maybe it's just, let it just be free. Random color shell. Please show us the wave thus far or what? The animation meme. Oh. I don't know if I'll get copyrighted for it. I can do it. I can do it if you want me to. Some more gray. You might be wondering why do you add gray? Gray is not the color of the sea. But you foolish shatters, it is. Sorry, that was uncalled for. It is. That was uncalled for. Sorry. Simple wave. Thank you. Could be really hard to show you the animation meme. I could send it in the Discord, maybe. Later. I'm getting tired. I think I'm gonna move on to some, like, just coloring book for fun. Oh, maybe you want to see my art process for, because this is like, here, this is all the art I've done in this sketchbook 2024. So this year I've done not a lot of art in this particular sketchbook. But anyway, this is my dual book, which means it's the book where I only draw just random stuff. This is 2022. Random stuff. Sadness, apparently, was a big thing for me then. Just, that's a city and a forest. Just two different simple silhouettes. Oh, and I have a little flower down here. And a mini cat. So interesting. Oh. Here I played around with like abstractness. Just random shapes. Made it. This was just a random shape that I made into a hat. So is this, and this a car down here as well. It's just random stuff I made. More random stuff. Pretty awesome looking room I made. With only one normal pencil. I made this 2022. More random things I made that year. Dancing cat and sad girl. This is like 2 years ago. Neon colors, such a choice, you can't even see them. Wonky fire. Can't even see it. It's there. Can't even draw half as good as all you need is practice. Oh, 2023. Oh, this is when I made fan art of Balloon. It's Leo times. I mean, he's called Balloon now. When I made of Balloon, this first PNG tuber. I inspired Balloon to be a PNG trooper, but haven't heard from Balloon in quite a while. Hope he's doing alright. Oh, another sunset with just 3 colors. Whatever this is. You see, it's fun to draw stuff that makes no sense. Another person. A dress. Sadness. I think I drew this because I was upset that my brother was always on his phone. I don't know what this is, just random shapes. Ah, battle axe. Who doesn't love a good battle axe? Or just a wall of flowers. Someone in my school added little Among Us to it. I don't know how to. I brought it to school and it has tiny Among Us on that site now. $20.24, and then I just drew a tree because I got 3. I did a color challenge for this one as well. So it's just. And then we've seen this. We've seen this. Among Us, the meme of the decade. Yeah. My neck is dying. I think I really need to actually see someone. I'm about to get a. I don't remember what it's called in English, but my neck. It's kind of like I'm gonna get a hunchback, which I'm not feeling like I want one. Oh man. I'm really getting tired now. I wish I could be more expressive. My little jumpy character is always happy. I wish that too. I'm gonna put back this. Maybe I'll use it actually. Let's just use it a little. See if it still works. It still works. I thought I was in camera view for a second. I got really scared. Give him a little teeth. I made him worse. But you know, that's okay. That's also a part of art. Failing is also a part of the art process. It's learning. Like Bob Ross says, happy little accidents. My brother just screamed because of a spider. I mean, if you're scared of spiders, you're scared of spiders. Me. It looks more yellow on stream. Interesting. It's like this is super orange. This is like as orange as the pencil, if not a little bit more orange. Don't think I've had a genuine laugh in a few months. I'm sorry to hear that. Sometimes you're in a period where it's hard to laugh. I'm very happy because I have the ability to laugh at the little things. So I was washing my hands and I got one big bubble in each hand. And when I put my hands slowly together, they merged into one big bubble. And then when I took away my hands, they became two big bubbles again. And that made me a little happy. And maybe that makes me childish. But I was a little happy. We are canonically colorblind. Shut. Are you canonically colorblind because of the camera? I'm so tired now. Don't know when that happened, but I just got boom tired. Nap stream. I mean, I could read a bedtime story for you, chat. If you want to. Then I would fall asleep. Is that a good or a bad thing? Do you want to fall asleep? I need to fix my sleep schedule, so I need to stay up a bit longer. Okay. Been waking up at 6 p.m. the past week. Yeah. That's late to wake up. Oopsies. Tuh. That's... How do you guys feel about some coloring? It would be fun to hear a bedtime story either way. See, these are just... A lot of these are very complicated to color. Working on this one where I just colored stuff random. Coloring is fun, right? And it's actually therapeutic there. It actually my mom's been burnt out a few times. And she actually got as a tip to color mandalas. And like do just coloring. Because it can actually help you. Ain't that cool? Where's my... And one of these places I have... There we go. That I just ignore it, I just use something underneath to not damage the pages below. And then I have these... I have the real deal coloring books. I mean coloring... Not coloring books, coloring... So relaxing and just nice to ease your mind. Yeah, it's like... God, like the real deal. I do have these two, which have a bit more variety in color, but not as good quality. I might be using them a little now because of the variety in color. Because that feels good to me to have variety in color. Even though they're not as high quality. Let's take a look at this. There's like, oh, it's like candles and like, oh, let's go for a real red then. See, how is this red? Is this a good red? Yeah, let's go for that red. But it's really not as good as my other pens. This leaves behind obvious trails of having been used multiple times in the same place and stuff like that. It doesn't blend and soothe as smoothly. Hey Moon! Hello Olive, how you doing? I just did some traditional art with just random colors, and now I'm doing some coloring. Cause I feel like it. How you doing? Oh, you're doing good. That's great to hear. I'm using my bad coloring pencil. I mean, color Sharpies right now. I have good ones. I should probably use some of the good ones too. But I'm a little worried because if they stay upside down like they have been for a bit, they have a risk of being incredibly flowy. But like a bad flowy, not good flowy. These kinds of pins. Mom has a whole lot more green versions of these. She works with like garden architecture. So she draws gardens and like outside play areas for schools and stuff like that. So she has a lot of old these kinds of pens. So I could use a whole lot of shades of green, but I got my own, or my mom got me my own, that had more varieties than green. Because the green is neat and all, but it doesn't fix all of your problems. You know? I'm a bit sick. But still. Oh, you're a bit sick. I have been a bit sick. I might still have some residue sickness left in me actually, but not as obvious. Sorry to hear that you're sick. I hope you get better soon. Do you want to see what we did before we went to coloring? It's actually just really calming to just sit and color like this. This feels like the kind of video, like me doing this, feel like if it was more zoomed in, it would be in the background of like, am I the butthole videos, you know? Maybe that's just my opinion. Sure. Right, let me just put this back. Pens, so lovely. Anyways. If I drew this, but the camera is colorblind, so you can't see it very well. And then I drew this too. So yeah, that's what I did. Only little tiny art. Oh, lovely. The fruits. I only used one yellow, one orange, and a purple for those 3 fruits. So, and I used like a little bit of purple on the orange and the lemon to make the colors pop more and stuff like that. So let's take a really dark green here. Of my bad pens, I know. I need to get more good Sharpies. Then aren't as hard to. That doesn't look as ugly, but I don't have that many colors of my good ones, you know? Do these leave? I mean, the good about this one is that it doesn't really leave any residue. I mean, it doesn't shine through the page. I am really just, my words are just mixed up today. I'm sorry about that. I'm a little scared that these pens, my professional ones, they have a tendency to get really strong in their color. And that wouldn't be very— I'm so scared that I look too close and accidentally show my face. I need new glasses. I've been needing new glasses for like a year, and then every time I go to get new glasses, I can't decide on what glasses, so I just end up having no glasses. I have my old glasses, but my vision has changed since then. It's kind of messed up that I have to pay to see. I have to pay money to be able to just not be blind. And it's not a little bit of money. And they can like crank up the prices of glasses because, well, we need them anyway. So I mean, one pair of glasses can be, one pair of glasses can cost like a VTuber. It's $50 to $250. That's your price range for glasses. You could get a monocle, but I can't see within my, but then I will only have one eye that I could actually use. Words are hard, everyone makes me say it. Yeah, it really sucks. It's dumb how that works. Yeah, society, right? And I know that they don't have to make them as expensive because my dad got new glasses with like specifically blue light glasses and reading glasses from work. And they were a lot cheaper. I mean, a bit cheaper at least. So yeah, I would say it's a bit messed up. I'm not a great fan. Right. Hold on. Sorry, I have to go for a bit. I'll hopefully be right back. Hey, I'm back. So, it was just my parents asking me if I wanted to watch a fantasy movie, which I kinda do. Kinda wanna watch a fantasy movie. Kinda do. Maybe I'll end stream. It was about, they said something about dragons, and I was like, kinda wouldn't wanna miss that, would I? So, chat, do you think, should I end stream and go watch dragon movie? Do what feels best. But I can't, I'm too tired to use my brain. I don't know what feels best. Flip a coin. I don't have any coins around. People don't use coins anymore. Nothing is cheap enough for you to use just coins. Oh no, no coin. I'ma go, and then if I feel the urge to come back, I'll come back. How does that feel? Because I have been streaming for 1.5 hours when I if it were to be a normal day, I would stream 0 minutes. Sounds great. Have a great time with your family. Thank you. So the question is, do I raid you guys somewhere? Do I like shove you away to a friend? Do I have a friend who's alive right now? If I see someone who does. I don't know what I'm so lostly tired right now. None of the people I follow is online. Da, 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 da. It's okay, Moon. Okay, I'll just say goodbye to you and not raid anyone. And then if you feel like going to someone else's stream, go to someone else's stream. If not, you could hope for me to come back, but don't bet on it. I've had an awesome time. I hope you've enjoyed your time as well. Goodbye.